And Claire. Um, I miss a lot of things that I miss. There are a lot of things in my life and in life that I miss. Um, yeah, I have this little tattoo on the back of my back. I want to get like a full body tattoo, honestly. And my idea is like, and if there are any tattoo artists out there willing to tattoo me for free, and if you're good, hit me up. I wanted my idea for a full body tattoo. For example, as a sleeve, I want there to be like roots coming out of my like or going down into my like feet and like to come up and become trees and then gradually like space and stuff, the stars. Um, yeah. And then anyway, God's not a person. Or, well, God is perfect. And yeah, I miss people. Yeah, and I miss my community. Like, as problematic as it can be, as it was in Portland, Oregon, it was still there. And I was still like, and it was still like widely accepted to like be someone like me in Portland. In LA, I've been finding that that's not true. Not as a trans Asian, non-binary, gender fluid, queer person, uh, Pacific Islander. No, there's a lot of racism, a lot of violence, a lot of abuse, a lot of malice, and a lot of ignorance. It sucks. I'm so excited for my like hair to so I can have my hair cut. I'm not gonna say what it is though. Um, yeah, anyway, Claire, mm, I like I'm so tired. Mm, there hasn't been a public conversation about anti-Asian racism. I experience as a like gender queer female Asian presenting person experience like a kind of trans misogyny that is specific to people like me and has to do with female Asian sexuality. I have like a little wound here. I don't know how I got there, but it's like a little cut. Like a little cut. I also have a scar on the back of my head, and I think it's from, no, yeah, it was from like this domestic
I had sex with this guy in Panama, and uh I think like uh, sorry. I'm just having like thoughts. Eh, but yeah, he like beat me. He said I could stay at his place and then he ended up beating me. Um, and like kicking me out. It was a like full on like domestic violence kind of thing. Or almost. We weren't together, but he still like hit me and stuff. It was kind of, I could have died. He could have killed me. He wanted to. I had a black eye after. I wonder if filing a police report about it could like help me pay back my repatriation loan that I had to take out to get back to come to LA. And I like felt called to LA because of Kristen Stewart, you know? Because I don't know. Because I thought that I had sex with her in the fall, in like 2023. And I mean, we kind of did. I mean, I did like spiritually, if that's the right word for it. And I mean, it was physical, but I mean, we both orgasmed. Um, Also, I don't know what that actually is. Like, it could have been someone else. But no, but like, it could have just been like, in my experience, you know what I mean? Like, not an actual thing that happened. I hope that makes sense. But yeah, anyway, I don't feel well right now. I really don't. And I don't think I am well. Mentally, physically, emotionally. Sp well, spiritually, I feel fine. Spiritually, I feel like in pain. Because as in the sense, as like one of the most loving people in the world right now, current at least. Um, um,
I don't feel good here. I don't feel good here. It's like such a shitty like company. They're they call themselves a nonprofit, but like the owner of the company has like he owns like 5 cars, and another staff member like lives in France, and her dad owns property there, but yet just used to be an addict, and so she like got fucked up when she was like in her 30s or something, and fucked up and ended up homeless and like ended up here living here as a resident, and then like now she works here even though like she's like she she just owes the guy money because he helped her and her child when she like fucked up or when she was addicted to whatever she was addicted to, probably meth or something. I don't know, but like I just don't like people like blowing up at me for no reason or like being shitty or like harmful and aggressive towards me. Like again, I was like physically threatened by a staff member here. She's this older black woman, and like she's probably been to like prison a number of times. Uh, and she, for no good reason, like physically like threatened me. Like she was gonna physically harm me. And that kind of shit just like isn't okay. This place is called Community Bridge Housing in Los Angeles. It's not a good place, but sometimes it's like actually safer than like being out on the streets. So, you know. And I have no money right now, so I like can't like even like go to a hostel, or anything like that. I can't do that right now. I'm just waiting to go to school. That's me. I I was raped and stalked, and it was too much for me. That's how I ended up like in this situation. And yeah, like a solid number of people in my social circle didn't believe me when I like finally came out about it. And it is so frustrating. It's really difficult. And that rape started in 2020, in like in the fall of 2020. I moved out in the spring of 2021 and they moved next door the same day. Or not the same, like right after me. I don't know. And I lost it. I even at some point did something like kind of crazy and tried being in a relationship with that person because I caved again, which is something I can do when my boundaries are like being pushed and like crossed. I can just collapse them and it's like life threatening, because yeah, then when I started trying to date them, I like started like hurting myself. And then at one point, when I saw myself act like that, act like my rapist, who like many other people like, not that many, but yeah, not that many. Anyway, a lot of people, including my own mother, like, well, I told only my mom and my therapist, and neither of them did anything about it. Um, my therapist was supportive though, and she like my bad. Camille, if you ever see this, my bad. I love you, by the way. Gosh, that came out a certain way, and I was just like, I'm just gonna go with it. But anyway, they offered to like let me live with them when I was going through it. And I think like if it ever came down to it in court, like that would stand up as like enough to be like, yes, it was rape. Um, because it was so explicitly. It's just there was no one else around to witness it but the victim, you know? And that's how I ended up here. I didn't do it. I haven't done anything wrong. I haven't done anything wrong because I needed someone to be like, you're getting your sexual boundaries are being violated. You're being sexually assaulted. That's not okay, you know? But no, no one did that. I even later, after telling my mom and my therapist, I told um another counselor friend. or something like, I don't know, approximate friend to my rapist what was going on, and they didn't even respond. Well, no, they responded, but they didn't address what I said. And it's just like, what the fuck, you know? Like, shouldn't you do something about that? Someone is being raped right now and lives with their rapist. Shouldn't something be done about that? Shouldn't someone like help them when they start struggling after your so-called your supposed friend like rapes the victim? But my mom didn't even, she just like looked off into the distance. But of course she's chosen my like molesting father. So she might have been like in some kind of like denial about that. Yeah. Nah, my family ain't shit. Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, I miss her. Um, and heaven is real, you know? And why would it like, I don't know. Heaven by definition doesn't suck, you know? And I know I got in. Although it's like, okay, once again, like heaven might be more manifest than as in like it may be like being created right now in Jesus's birthplace. The means, no, not the means in which it is like an issue. But s- a, ci- a city is being built. Not a city, not just a city. Sorry. Like something is being built. But again, like 3,000 years from now, like thousands of years from now, who knows what it might look like and what it might be like, you know? And then Jesus might come back and he touched me like a few weeks ago. He like I physically touched Jesus's body. He physically touched me with his. He was real, right? We know that. But anyway.